I get a lot of questions about content. Things like, why are people not converting off my content? Why am I not getting any affiliate sales? Questions like, why are people not engaging with my content? They bounce straight off. My time on site is really low. People aren't clicking around and looking at other articles. And of course, the most popular question, why is my content not getting any traffic? Now, I always try and answer these questions as best as I possibly can. And of course, the reasons for all these things are vast, but I've looked at a lot of people's websites and reviewed a lot of websites. I mean, you've seen my reviews on the live streams. And generally, the overall reason as to why people aren't getting as much traffic as they'd like, as many conversions as they'd like, engagement numbers that they'd like, generally, it's because the content just sucks.
Sometimes it just sucks to suck.
Now, I think we've all been guilty of putting up bad content. I know I have. Basically, maybe using cheap writers, maybe not editing their content well enough, maybe not even reading through it and thinking about exactly why we're creating the content in the first place. And nowadays, with AI, people are just pushing content out here, there, and everywhere without any editing. And yeah, there's a lot of bad content about. So in this video, I'm going to take you through some reasons and some ideas why your content might suck and what you can do to improve it. I've got 5 reasons for you in this video, so make sure that you watch all of them, especially the last one, because you know me, I always try and save the best till last. So let's start. The first reason why your content might suck is because it's full of waffle. It's full of fluff. Do you remember that t-shirt that I designed ages ago? That one? Yeah, we don't want any fluff. And this used to be a real problem, especially in the days of writers. I mean, there's less writers about now, and actually I've got a video on that coming up real soon. You're not going to want to miss that in terms of what's happened to all the writers and how they're being replaced by AI. That's coming out real soon. Don't miss it. Subscribe right now. But yeah, back in the days of writers, when writers used to basically charge by the word, they were often guilty of just filling out an article with fluff and with waffle, not getting to the point, just so they could charge, you know, a decent amount for the amount of words. Here's an example article demonstrating exactly what I mean. It's an AI article, and AI is actually quite guilty of filling out articles with fluff. But yeah, take a look. It's an article on the best dog brushes for Labradors. And yeah, loads of fluff at the top, big long introduction. And then it goes on to talking about the Labrador's coat, the importance of regular brushing, then the types of dog brushes. I mean, this was supposed to be about the best dog brushes for Labradors. Where are the best dog brushes for Labradors? Oh, okay, they're right down the bottom. So basically, the message here is answer the search query quickly. Don't have big, long introductions. Don't beat around the bush talking about, you know, whatever it is people are looking for. You know, people are looking for the best coffee machine for espresso. Don't then talk about the origins of espresso, the history of espresso, what an espresso is, what a coffee is, why people drink coffee. None of that. Just get to the point. Answer the query quickly. Answer the key phrase quickly. People haven't got time to read. People are lazy. People just want the information quickly and concisely. So cut the fluff. There is no minimum word count that you need in order to rank well. You just need a good quality, concise and clear article. So yeah, cut the fluff, cut the waffle. My second reason why your content might suck, and now this is for product posts, commercial posts, posts where you're talking about products. And again, I've been guilty of this, and I'm sure you have too. And that is not giving a balanced article. Basically, we put together these articles and we say that every product is great. Could be the 5 best coffee machines for espresso. Going back to that again, I don't know why I keep thinking about that. Do I need a coffee? Think about it. Have you done that? Creating an article and it's, you know, the best X for Y kind of post, and you just put up 5 fantastic products, in your eyes anyway, and expect someone to pick the best one. Well, that's not a balanced article. When people are looking for information on a product, they want to know which is the actual best one. So pick out the best one and say, this is the best one, but also pick out one that's not so good, one that's maybe best avoided. Now, let me just show you this post. This is a post on one of my new websites, snackeagle.com. And I've started going straight in at the top saying, this is the product you need to buy. And you can see that very clearly here. And then towards the bottom, I've actually picked out a product that isn't very good, that, reading the Amazon reviews has got some issues. So you're giving a more balanced opinion on the products, and it gives you some more credibility, and it helps that person to make a buying decision. Because again, the person that's looking at your content probably doesn't have much time. They just want to know which product they need to buy, which product is going to be best for them. So be clear, be concise, and be balanced with your product articles. The next thing I want to talk about is failing to identify and address the visitor's precise and specific needs. So, if you're doing something quite general, this maybe doesn't apply. But if you're writing for a particular person, say, for example, a beginner, we've all got articles probably around the best X for Y for beginners. You've got to keep in mind that that person is a beginner, so they're going to have certain needs. You can't just pick 5 of the best products. You've got to really think about the products that are best for a beginner. Let me show you this example. So this is an article I found. It's the best beginner RVs. Now, I don't know much about RVs, but I got an idea in my mind that if I'm a beginner and I want to buy an RV, there's a few things that I'm going to need. I've probably never driven an RV to start with. I probably want something that's going to be fairly easy to use and maintain and, not have anything too complicated or advanced. And to me, it looks like this article has kind of missed the mark. I mean, if you start looking at the first product they've chosen, a huge RV, a massive thing, and then they go on to say, it takes some skill to drive and park. Now, I'm a beginner. I've never probably driven or parked an RV before. Do I want one that's going to need some skill to drive and park? Because I'm a beginner. I probably don't have that skill. So in this article, they've really kind of failed to address who they're supposed to be addressing, which is beginners. As we look further, I mean, the second product they've chosen is a huge, well, looks like a huge trailer. Again, it doesn't look very beginner friendly. So what you need to do is really think about who you're writing for. The clue will probably be in the title of your blog post. And then think really carefully about what that type of person really needs from the products they're looking for. The next thing I want to talk about is the visual appeal and the formatting of your content. Now, this can make a really big difference. People, will make an impression of your content as soon as they land on the page. So if it looks really nice and if it's nicely formatted, nice and clear, there's a good chance they're going to hang around and engage with it a bit longer. Here's some examples of some really badly formatted content with, headings and that all over the place, no images, no styling of any kind, just lots of text that's not even laid out particularly well. And then let me show you an example of some of my content, which I've been working on recently. And, well, it's obviously my content, so I think it looks pretty good. But hopefully you'll agree. It looks pretty nice. We've got tables, we've got images, we've got other formatting, and it really pops and makes you want to kind of read it further. Now, how you put this together, I mean, you could do it with any theme and any plugin. We've all got, headers and bold text and bullet points and that kind of thing. The content I just showed you is on my website, Snack Eagle, which is a new one that's about to come out. But of course, I've been using Popcorn Theme for all of my sites at the moment. And Popcorn Theme does have lots of formatting and styling features built in so that you can really make your content pop. If you'd like to check out Popcorn Theme, find a link below. And I've also put a voucher code down there so that you can get a discount on your license. I will say that Popcorn Theme is a theme that's been developed with myself and Carl and Phil. So yeah, that's why I'm talking about it. But even if it wasn't my theme, I would still recommend it because the content that you can publish with Popcorn Theme just looks fantastic. The final thing that maybe is making your content suck, and this is a particular bugbear of mine, and that is too many ads. Now, I know ads mean money. Of course, more ads in theory means more money. But you got to think of your visitors, think of your users. I know that I hate it when I'm bombarded with ads. So whenever I add ads to my website to make some money, I tend to use Ezoic. I did a video on it recently. Go check it out. And you find a link to Ezoic in the description. Great way to monetize your site. But yeah, when I add something like Ezoic to monetize my website, I always turn it down a few degrees. I don't want my visitors to be completely overwhelmed with advertising. I turn off a few placeholders, turn off a few of the ad types. And yeah, the site still makes some good money, but the user also gets a good experience. So I know it's tempting to turn everything up to max on your ads and, put ads absolutely everywhere, but I don't think it's doing you any favors, especially when it comes to engagement and when it comes to affiliate conversions. So that brings us to the end of this video. Hopefully you got some ideas on how you can go back through your content and make it better. It's something I'm doing right now as I'm migrating one of my sites to a new brand. I'm going back through all of the content and trying to make it as good as it possibly can be. And basically following a few of the things that I've talked about in this video. I'd love to know what you think. What do you think makes content suck? Let me know in the comments. I do read all the comments that I get, and I'll try my best to reply to as many as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this, do click that like button. It really does help me out. But until the next one, good luck with your sites. Bye for now.